But what prompted me wanting to finally make this video was I'm kind of in the same situation right now. So I recently purchased this S24. And, not to bore you with all the details of this listing, but down here at the bottom, this seller has it listed as brand new Galaxy S24 256. It was never used but taken out of the box for pictures and turned on for T-Mobile only. Okay, now what's the issue here? So I get the phone and it works perfectly fine. Like, yeah, it's correct. The packaging was all there. And unfortunately, he kind of ripped some of the paper. So, the secondhand unboxing experience wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it was close enough. And I've been using the phone, for a month now. And again, I've had no issues with it. So technically the listing is accurate. However, when I normally go and buy these used phones, even when they're locked, I have the intention of unlocking them myself, because many people just don't care to do it. They don't take the time to do it. They may not even really know how to do it. So they just say, I just won't unlock it and then sell it as a locked device because that's the only network they actually used it on. Now, again, to get the phone, been using it, have no issues. And, maybe 3 weeks go by and I finally say, okay, I've met T-Mobile's requirements as a user, as a customer, to unlock the device. So I go through the process, contact customer service. So when I talk to the first customer rep, they inform me that I can't unlock the phone yet because it hasn't been active on my account for more than 2 weeks. And I'm like, that's weird because that's not the website says. The website says it needs to have been purchased more than 2 weeks ago, because those are two very different things. Because I can buy it and just have it laying around and then decide, okay, I finally want to activate it. I meet the other requirements and then go on about my day and have it unlocked. But no, this rep said, no, it needs to be active on your account for 2 weeks. Fine. So I wait 2 weeks or however many additional days that needed to pass. And I go back, contact them again. Of course, we're talking to a different rep this time. And this rep is like, oh, no, you can't unlock it because the phone still has not been paid off. And I'm like, what? That's all right. Okay. So then now I have to come back to the seller and ask, like, hey man, is this true? And at first, the seller didn't respond. And then after I contacted eBay customer support, the seller decided to respond. And like, well, what's wrong? And, when you're going through the process of trying to get a refund, I think one of the options is like defective or something. And it's like, well, and they were bothered. Well, the phone's not defective. And I'm like, I'm just going to ignore that comment. But I'm telling you now that there's no option for phone is still locked and I can't unlock the phone. Like, the closest thing might have been listing wasn't accurate or something, which technically it was, but the amount of information that needed to be present wasn't there. So the seller and I go back and forth for a little bit. And at the end of the day, the seller decided to buy this phone from T-Mobile. And then I guess they're on a contract and every month they get a bill credit towards the value of the phone. And after 2 years, they will have received enough bill credits to actually cover the value of the device. So it looks like what they wanted to do is buy the phone, sell it, keep that profit, and then for the next 2 years, just continue getting that bill credit, even though they weren't actually using the phone. All right. Now, personally, I think it's kind of slimy for this particular seller to not include the fact that the phone is locked because they're still paying for it. That's misleading. And I'm waiting to hear back because the seller said that, hey, I'll reach out to T-Mobile and let you know if I guess if he can do something to, if T-Mobile can do something. What, I don't know, because the process for the most part is they want you to stay a customer for that length of period. And I believe if you try to pay the phone off early or something, you don't get all the credits back or something. So we'll see. But I reached out to the seller yesterday, I believe. And when we were going back and forth a couple nights ago, it was pretty quick. But right now, I haven't heard. No, it was Saturday. So I can imagine this person might be out doing something, having fun, whatever. So I'll give it another day. And then I, at this point, will not reach back out to the seller because I will go back to eBay and just see, hey, what can we do? Because I Like I said, the phone isn't bad. There's nothing wrong with it, except for it can't do what I need it to do, which is, be unlocked as a result of missing information from the seller. And yeah, so that first seller completely possibly lied. This one, yeah, unfortunately withheld some information, which in my opinion was some valuable information. And it kind of sucks that, I don't want to say he's now playing hardball, but it's, oh, well, the listing did say it was locked to T-Mobile. And I was like, well, dude, it wasn't just locked because you just didn't feel like getting it unlocked. It's locked because you're still paying for it. Like, that's a huge difference. Huge difference. So we'll see how eBay goes about handling this problem.